Hertrech Eugene Jr., aka Hert, is a 35-year-old automotive content creator who edits, stars in, and sometimes directs Hoonigan's YouTube videos, in addition to his own YouTube channel and Instagram, Hert Life, with over 600,000 followers. Known for his hot boy style of modifying and destroying cars like the infamous Torque Stallion, he has gained and kept the attention of audiences all around the world interested in cars. In June 2022, Road and Track crowned him as the most important influencer in the car world. But how did he get to this point? Today, we are discussing the rise of Hert.
Trip and Drift.
Hertrech Eugene Jr. was raised in Orlando, Florida, with his love for cars coming from video games like Gran Turismo, Need for Speed, and Forza at an early age. When Hert was 13 years old, his father passed away, leaving his mother to work extremely hard to provide for her family. I really think this is where he gets his work ethic from, but we'll touch on that later. His mom helped him get his first couple of cars, like a '94 Honda Accord, where he started his modifying journey installing makeshift intakes from Home Depot and cutting his springs to make the car lower, as well as his destroying journey when he totaled both of his first cars sliding out on bald tires due to previous burnouts. His first real tuner car was a Honda Civic EG hatchback that he blew the motor on. He had a close friend whose family was all about cars, tuning RX-7s and AE86s, and they helped him swap that motor. This family left a huge impression on Hert, not only sparking his love for RX-7s, but showing him that tuning and racing wasn't just in the video games. This was real life. Unfortunately, someone crashed into Hert, totaling his Honda Civic, and on the day he received the insurance check from the accident, he bought his first FC RX-7. While at a local car meet, he was invited to a secret spot called the Sandlot, where he got his first glimpse of drifting. He said they wouldn't let him drift with them until they saw him do donuts around a cone successfully. From this point on, he was hooked. He eventually turboed the RX-7, and in Hert fashion, totaled that one too. He was the literal embodiment of a Hoonigan. He worked at Chuck E. Cheese, KB Toys, Universal Studios, and SeaWorld until he finally landed a job valet parking, and he knew that he had to get a job in the automotive industry. So he then worked at Performance Factory and then BC Racing. Being reckless, Hert's license was suspended, so he sold his cars and was unemployed. He had a friend that worked at Injuku Racing and started showing up with him to sweep the floors and install parts for free. And when the time came that Injuku needed a new member of the sales team, Hert was right there to slide into the position. During this time, his nickname was Black Guy around his friends, so he created a blog named Black Guy and then Beard Life, where he was writing about his car experiences, which led into making videos. In 2011, he traded Broken Crown Vic for a V8 RX-7, which would then become the Torque Stallion. He credits a lot of his growth and success to venturing out and driving with others outside of his state. He'd travel to the Northeast, Club Loose, and document Chris Forsberg, which gave him exposure to other professional drivers, and he was invited to the Hoonigan launch party at SEMA. Brian Scotto, co-founder of Hoonigan, messaged Hert on Facebook offering him a job. The years of hard work and doing what he loved was about to pay off in a big way. Scotto saw the potential in Hert, and how his work ethic, style, and passion for cars could and would grow Hoonigan into what it is today. So, in 2013, Hert was hired as Hoonigan's 4th employee. In a 2017 interview, Hert said his biggest influences were Tommy Pickles, Gohan, and Brian Scotto. 3 leaders who overcame adversity and worked extremely hard for what they have. He became a father in 2019 and really seems to be giving their son a great life. Through the past few years, he has started his car collection, building them in Hert fashion, like his K24 180SX, the FC Torque Stallion, the FD RX-7, the R32 GTR, and the GS300, just to name a few. Hert has recently started uploading more on his channel, documenting his experiences competing for the first time in Clutch Kicker's Drift Series, and things like teaching T-Pain how to do a burnout. I'm super stoked he's competing, and Clutch Kickers Round 3 is this weekend, so I'm excited to see how he does. Controversy arose when an article posted this year titled, The most important influencer in the car world is black. People felt calling out that he was black was a bad thing, but the fact is the majority of people leading the automotive space are white. So I personally love that he embraced black guy back in the day and now. He taught us that you don't need to be a rich white guy to be successful in the automotive space. Just be yourself and work hard. Hert has been a huge inspiration in my life, and I believe is a positive male role model for others to follow. Now I know I skipped over some things like the unprofessionals or street sharking, but putting a man's whole life into 5 minutes was extremely difficult. So if there's anything I got wrong or missed, feel free to drop it in the comments. We'll end this video on words from the man himself.
If you're not picking up, if you're not spinning out, if you're not going in the gravel, if you're not doing any of that stuff, how do you get better? How do you get better? You can't. So if you guys are like making fun of me for crashing, I really don't care because I'm progressing. While you see me crashing, I'm progressing. Be nice. Think about that before you barge in like that.